U-GeekTV.
There are situations where trailers just flat out lie about what it is you're getting ready to watch, what they're trying to advertise you, what they're trying to bring you to theaters for. Transformers 1 is such an instance. The trailer flat out lied. Let's get into it.
It's dangerous!
Why'd you bring jetpacks?
If we survive this, I'm gonna kill you!
I accept those terms.
Welcome back to U-GeekTV. I'm your host, Jarius Unapologetic Geek, and today we're back with another unapologetic review, and this time we're talking about Transformers 1. The trailers completely undersold this movie. I thought I was going to see something else, probably goofy. I'm really reviewing this because, again, I got the A-list, and I do this because I love it. This is what I love to do. Even if it's a bad movie, whatever the case may be, I'm going to go see it. I expected nothing from Transformers 1. Really didn't. Again, thought it was going to be this just goofy movie about the origin of Optimus Prime and Megatron, but what I got, my God, an incredible story of friendship and betrayal. It's the best way I can put it out to you. I don't think it's really any spoilers in terms of what happens. Like, they tell you this is how Optimus became Optimus. This is how Megatron became Megatron. And one of the main reservations I had, besides the way it looked, the tone and everything, I had some reservations when it came to Chris Hemsworth being cast as Optimus Prime. Brian Tyree Henry, I wasn't too much worried about, but Chris Hemsworth, yeah, he does a good job. He doesn't quite have that voice that you're used to when it comes to Optimus Prime, but by the end of it, he's Optimus. At the end of it, he gives you that sound. He doesn't sound as good as Peter Cullen, but then again, who could? You know what I'm saying? But by the end of the film, yeah, Chris Hemsworth, he establishes his voice as Optimus Prime, and it's pretty good. And he's such a good voice actor too. Chris Hemsworth is really a good actor anyway. Brian Tyree Henry as Megatron, awesome. A big crux of this story rests on Megatron's character development, and they do a good job in this film. It's not, making Megatron just look like just this villain that's just up to devious shit. He has a real reason, a real cause, and it makes a lot of sense given the context of the story why he turns heel, why he turns out to be the Decepticon that he ends up being. They even explain to you where the Decepticon symbol comes from. Like, they do a good job of really building this, the plight of the Autobots, and what drives Megatron to turn and become who he becomes is very well done. It's very beautifully done. Actually, there's and this is not a spoiler as well, Optimus Prime and Megatron become Optimus Prime and Megatron at the same time. It kind of reminds me of Batman Mask of the Phantasm, where the birth of Phantasm kind of leads to the birth of Batman, where Bruce Wayne decides to go down that path. If you've never seen Mask of the Phantasm, definitely check that out. But yeah, this was a really good origin story, very well thought out, and it's what you look for when someone tells you they're going to take you back to let you know what the origin of everything is. The way this film is built out, the way this story progresses, that's what a good origin story looks like. Honestly, this film does for the Transformers franchise what Into the Spider-Verse does for the Spider-Man franchise to me. It gives you a fresh look and a fresh take on stories that we're familiar with or already know, as well as push the franchise forward. And honestly, I want more of this kind of Transformers. The lack of humans really helped as well, but animation may be the way to go when it comes to telling the Transformers story. And it's, to my understanding, with Transformers 1, it's kind of the new day of Transformers. Like, they're taking studios and stuff are taking Transformers in a different direction, and hopefully it'll be something that's worth the while and kind of wash the bad taste out of our mouths. From the Michael Bay produced, well, this one is produced by Michael Bay too, but you all know what movies I'm talking about. So that gets me to my verdict. Transformers 1 for me is an unapologetically legit film. Not quite superb. Like they have some things, they have some jokes that are kind of overused or whatever. Also, I'm not sure why this is rated PG. It could have gone for a mild PG-13 rating because the way the when it gets to the Autobot Decepticon fights, like it's some kills that go on, and they use some language in here. Nothing too bad, but they use some language in here that easily could have gotten this PG-13. But whatever. There's some good action in here, but again, there are some overused jokes. And I do give it credit for when it's serious, they don't try to go back to the humor or anything. Like they stay with serious moments. They let things kind of linger. And I appreciate that. But for me, it was an unapologetically legit film. It's a 4 out of 5, and it's definitely worth checking out. So, Transformers 1, have you seen it? Let me know what you thought in the comments. Continue to like, continue to share, continue to subscribe. Like always, thank you for everything that you've done. And until next time, I'm Jarius, Unapologetic Geek, and I am out.